The rich history of St. John's Hospital Lebanon is a story of generosity, compassion, and partnership.
We've had some very interesting history within the healthcare here in this community, but it's really developed over some very passionate people in this community who have stepped up. They want to make sure there was a hospital here.
The legacy begins in 1934 when Judge W.I. and Louise G. Wallace donated $50,000 for the construction of a much-needed community hospital.
The hospital had 2 4-bed wards, one for women and one for men. On the second floor was surgery and the nursery. So Lebanon really began to get lots of services that they'd always needed.
In the 1960s and 70s, Ernest and Thelma Rowden Breach donated more than $2 million for additions to the hospital. In 1979, the name officially changed to Breach Medical Center, and a $3.2 million project to improve and expand the hospital services began. In 1999, Breach Regional Medical Center closed its original location and emerged as the new $20 million state-of-the-art St. John's Hospital, Lebanon.
St. John's had an office facility near the old hospital at the old location. We both got to a point where we needed to expand. Ultimately, the suggestion came up that we join forces.
As part of the Mercy healthcare system, St. John's Hospital Lebanon benefits from the service traditions first initiated by Sister Catherine McCauley in the 1800s. An orphan, Sister Catherine was adopted by a wealthy couple and used her inheritance to alleviate suffering and poverty.
Catherine's legacy to all of us is a legacy of charity. The Sisters of Mercy are really founded to care for, to serve the poor, the sick, and the uneducated.
Today, St. John's Hospital Lebanon is a 62-bed general medical surgical hospital employing more than 500 local residents.
We have a pretty comprehensive level of services here. We have approximately 500 deliveries every year. We'll see anywhere from 27,000 to 29,000 people through our ED. We have approximately 45,000 to 47,000 people come through for outpatient tests.
We have the expertise and the experience that you would expect in a larger hospital, yet we have that community feel, just a real community spirit.
There's a certain friendliness, but there is a high degree of professionalism in our hospital.
10 years ago, when we entered into that relationship, that partnership with St. John's, did we really open up Lebanon to the progressive health care that St. John's really can provide.
St. John's has really stepped up to the plate and brought us the programs, the doctors, the facilities.
As the nation's #1 integrated health system, we're fortunate to have a combination of clinic, health plans, and hospitals available for our patients and their families.
It's seamless care when it comes to physicians being involved in their care, making sure that both in the hospital or in the clinics that we coordinate our care.
The community has welcomed this hospital with open arms. They utilize this hospital with enthusiasm as never before.
When you can have the service lines that we provide, why would you want to leave home?
In 2004, St. John's Lebanon established the Heritage Foundation to raise funds for community health projects and to support the growth of the hospital.
Over the last 5 years, the volunteer board has worked very diligently on a $3.4 million capital campaign. We've done some amazing events, projects, extra special efforts to make those fundraising dollars come through the door. You can have a good hospital without a foundation, but you can have a great hospital with a foundation.
Thanks to countless donations from the citizens of Lebanon, the hospital realized the dream of a well-needed expansion in 2008.
We were realizing some incredible numbers census-wise, running a good portion of the time at 103% occupancy. That means we literally had patients in beds in the hallways waiting for space.
We did double the size of our ER. We've added 16 beds on our med-surg unit.
2 of those beds are private rooms that are specialty rooms. One is for palliative care for those patients who are in process of life, and then we have a bariatric room for those patients who are oversized or extra long. We have 7 rooms that are semi-private, and those are 61% larger than the average room in the hospital or any hospital in the state of Missouri. The patients love the new rooms, and they don't feel like they're laying on top of each other like in so many hospital rooms, and the patients are much better off because of it.
The flagship of the hospital expansion was the Curry Cancer Center, bringing oncology services to Lebanon.
Thanks to the generosity of Craig and Tracy Curry and George and Grace Curry, the Curry Cancer Center is certainly a reality. Those patients in the greater Lebanon area don't have to travel to Springfield, St. Louis, Memphis. They can receive those cancer services close to home.
We feel that the community has given so much to us. This is our way of giving back to the community.
I got to be the first patient here at the Curry Center. I don't know how to put it exactly in words, but just what it feels like to not be able to have to go so far, because I've had days sometimes it was all I can do to maybe hold my head up, and now then I can get here in 20 minutes, and it's so nice. And I thank the Currys, and I know the other patients do too.
Partnering the power of St. John's with local community support, the future of St. John's Lebanon truly has unlimited potential.
As we continue to grow, the next steps for St. John's Hospital Lebanon will likely be getting that electronic medical record, using technology.
Expansion of services, of course, is very important to us here at St. John's. I really think at this point the sky's the limit.
I truly believe that in the next 20 years, you're going to see the St. John's Lebanon Hospital become a regional medical center that's going to draw patients from multiple counties around us.
As we look at yesterday, today, and tomorrow, they all share a common theme.
The real magic of this organization is the people. The dedication, the devotion. You will touch the mercy service here every day.
I think you can really attest to the fact that miracles are happening every day at the bedside, but it wouldn't be possible without their commitment to compassionate care.
This hospital staff just grabs you and takes hold of you and makes sure that your needs are fulfilled.
And it's just a great part of our community to be able to have this hospital sitting out here on this hill, knowing that there's going to be someone here to help, regardless whether it's 1 in the afternoon or 1 in the morning.
Anybody that's lived in this community and watched the growth of this hospital and where they once were to where they're now, there's nothing that can top that. The reviews that we constantly get are outstanding, and the community should be proud of that.
Though times and technology have changed, we're proud to be a community hospital built by our community. 75 years, one mission. St. John's Hospital, Lebanon. Have changed. We're proud to be a community hospital built by our community. 75 years, one mission. St. John's Hospital, Lebanon.